There has never been a time where people ask me this very question more than ever. How do I know when I have found the one? People who find the one are people who completely understand that lives at best are imperfect and you live with uncertainty. That love is a verb and not a permanent state of enthusiasm given to you by someone else who is perfect, while you still are not. And I will tell you right away, it is not a problem that you solve, it is a paradox that you manage. When it comes to love, it's our imagination that is the greatest actor, not necessarily the other person. Can we want what we already have? What is the difference between love and desire? And why does the forbidden fuel desire? Because you see, very interesting thing when we begin to understand the anatomy of desire is this. Most of the time, we have a model of desire that breeds freedom and possibility and choice. But at the same time, when I do what I'm allowed to do, it's fantastic. But when I do what I'm not supposed to do, for many of us, that's when I really feel that I'm doing what I really want. There is something fundamental about breaking rules and transgression that makes us feel that we touch freedom with a capital F. So the forbidden fuels desire, because the forbidden, even if it's our own forbidden, little things which we haven't given ourselves the permission to feel, to do, to say, it's not big things. But the moment we break out and we reach beyond the inhibitions, the boundaries, the borders, the prohibitions that we have set to ourselves or that our culture and our religion set to us, we experience a sense of affirmation and reclamation that is unmatched. What happens today, though, with the notion of freedom is that, for a long time, if you wanted to date, you had to cross the square and you had to cross the village square and you had to find 2-3 people to choose from, and that was that. Today, we have a village that is a big global digital village in which I don't have 2 or 3 choices, I have thousands of choices. And on the one hand, it gives me opportunities that I have never had, but on the other side, it also gives me what is called the paradox of choice. 2 choice, 3 choice, great. 5, still good. 100, crippling self-doubt and massive uncertainty. So there has never been a time where people ask me this very question more than ever. I've done this for more than 3 decades. How do I know when I have found the one? But that question, of course, from Cinderella already you know that question. But that question has come up with a new twist, because what is the one today when you have that sea of possibilities? The one today is the one who's going to make me want to close my apps. The one today is the one that's going to make me no longer think that maybe there's something better around the corner that I didn't think about, that I should still go look while I'm under the table looking at you and saying what else is out there. The one is the one that's going to quieten all my inner rumble, that's going to be oh so extraordinaire that I'm no longer going to want to think that I haven't found the one yet. And the one is the one that has to give me a sense of certainty that is basically impossible to get. People who find the one are people who completely understand that lives at best are imperfect and you live with uncertainty. You just hope that if you put in more and you become the one, you'll make the other be more of the one. That love is a verb and not a permanent state of enthusiasm given to you by someone else who is perfect, while you still are not. With that choice, with that need for certainty, it matches something that I think has really become one of the trademarks of modern relationships, which is this. We still want economic stability, support, companionship, social status, and maybe kids when we commit to somebody, married or not married, it doesn't matter. But we still want all of that, plus now I want you also to be my best friend, my trusted confidant, and my passionate lover to boot. Into our 80s. What this amounts to, people, is this. We are asking one person to give us what once an entire village used to provide. And that is a tall order for a party of two. So where's the tribe? Where is the tribe? Where is the community? Where is the multiple people that help us? So that maybe the relationship isn't the source of all our nourishment, but it is the bridge to all the nourishments that we can find in the multiple parts of our lives, which we then bring back to the relationship and then give it its energy. So there are three tensions I want to highlight. And you can think about which one is you, which one you were, which one you are today, and what you want to change about this. We've talked about security and adventure as one of the big tensions in desire. Because sustaining desire is really about reconciling these two seemingly opposite forces. That's really what it's at. And I will tell you right away, it is not a problem that you solve, it is a paradox that you manage. There is no answer. There are lots of things you can do, but it isn't because that's how you get away from this. It's just how you live with it better. The second tension is the tension between mystery and transparency. We are in an era of massive transparency on all fronts. And we are forgetting that there is a powerful aphrodisiac in not knowing everything. Not knowing everything, neither inside relationships nor on social media. Leave something to be discovered. If nothing is hidden, nothing can be discovered. Religion understood that fundamentally. If we are going to live secular spiritualities, we need to bring back mystery. We need to bring back mystery as in foreplay, for that matter, too. It's the same idea. Rather than immediate gratification on all fronts. It's the difference between sexuality and eroticism. Sex, rather blatant, an act, the nature, the biology, the animal. Eroticism, sexuality transformed by the human imagination. It's everything that gives it meaning. And imagination is not direct, necessarily. It plays with the hidden things behind the corners. And the third tension, after mystery and transparency, is trust and betrayal. The people who live on the side of not dead often don't trust. In order to play, to discover, to explore, to open up, you must have that fundamental glue that gives every relationship its essence, its timelessness, and its truth. It's called trust. And many of us have experiences of broken trusts, of betrayal, and of needing to know, how do we mend? How do we bring back? How do we repair, as in pairing back? When trust is broken, it actually is about reintegrating a new truth and a new trajectory for desire, so that I can once again feel safe enough to want, which means that I can once again feel secure enough to feel free, and feel free enough to build more security. It's a loop back and forth. When it comes to love, it's our imagination that is the greatest actor, not necessarily the other person. you.